Year 4 of the L7C Dynasty for college football 26. Starting the year off on the road against Oklahoma State. We got some new players because our quarterback left, so we got a new starting quarterback, new running back, wide receiver course pretty much the same, but see what we can do. What's up, Chuck? Welcome to the journey.
The Cowboys, where the paddle people are ready to open up a can. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see us, the Missouri Tigers taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.
Hopefully we can get a dub with the new squad. Oh, a rain game. Okay, that's my fault.
The Cowboys ready to get this thing started and open the season. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
It's our new starting quarterback. A transfer out of the transfer portal.
Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah, he's a little fast. A little fast guy.
National championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really
My running back, I think, has a 96 speed. So I like to get him going.
So wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it.
Bad offensive line still.
And that's why he's starting right now.
One thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
You have to hold on to that.
Fourth down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter.
We should have had that completion for the first down.
Able to get him down at the 45. The Cowboys offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, if there is an old warhorse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point. And there is no
got a new defensive coordinator, so our defense should be better. We got Colorado's old defensive coordinator.
And because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career, a lot of people really excited.
Stop on first down.
He has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low. And so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
That was terrible run defense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They want to run it left here.
Good.
He fought him off for
stop.
a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up
I would
front
assume they're going to
aren't
throw
getting
on
their blocks.
second
Just too many
13.
hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Looking to the big tight end.
This is why I don't use it as a linebacker.
Picks up the first down.
Great Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program
Third and
to
8.
win. And if he doesn't
Hold him
start
to a
fast
field
this
goal.
year, that hot seat's
So
only
Martin,
gonna
welcome to the
No,
stream.
and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Rushes on him, and the defense makes
Good job,
a play,
defense.
and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer.
What's up, Mara?
I
Welcome
can
to
play
the
man
stream.
when I got a pass rush like that.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll need to this one in from 44
too early to
yards
tell.
out of the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
We did start the game off with a 3 and out because our tight end dropped a catch, but this will be our second drive on offense, so we'll see.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake.
Hicks, that's our 4-star running back recruit.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all.
I do want to get Terry the ball a little bit more this season since he stuck around with us all 4 years. Offensive line is still trash.
Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill.
Well, this is our first game. This is our transfer from the transfer portal, so we're trying to see what he can do.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. Breaks into the open. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I might try some
Obviously,
design
the
runs
offense
with
went
him.
3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them
I think Winstone's our backup
Really good job by the defense.
tight end.
On the move, he fires.
Ooh,
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play as a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down.
thank you for catching that this time,
It's Bernard.
Bernard.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Newton. Fires to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Caught near the sticks.
Thank you for
It's
catching
Terry.
that.
The ball is down at the 14 after that.
I'm going to try to stay away from running. Jet
From the 14-yard line.
plays
It's
this
1st and 10.
season because they never work out for me.
to the ground with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone as still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the next.
On second and goal, he gets another chance.
Oh, that.
He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
QB sneak time.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and
all right, end of the quarter.
Has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Has been a good drive so far.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Surging forward on the sweep. He's not going to
offensive line. You got a hold, dog.
To stop him in his tracks. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do
I'll take 3.
to get inside the kicker's head. Good, right down the boulevard. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
I'm a very much take the points kind of guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to set
All right, defense.
I think if you want to take the next step 2 here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Good tackle.
Lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Assuming they're probably going to run for
come
it.
to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving.
Yep.
Showing off guard. They finally wrestle
Went
down the
to the wrong
senior,
hole.
but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Just broke the tackle.
One got bullied, and then he broke another guy's ankles. Okay, defense.
You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
The Cowboys look to keep this drive humming. Quick pass on the fly motion. Fouls for the defense.
Bro, you gotta tackle better.
Bounds at the 43-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And this
Good job,
43.
43.
For no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
I don't want to go for a blitz on third.
And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying play action.
Oh,
Fires to the big fella.
good tackle.
Make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Cowboys
Good job,
will bring
defense.
the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the...
He smashes his
Good.
way through again.
Good, Bernard.
Free for a big gainer to the
If you're just a little bit faster.
Man, if I'm a defense,
Could have been
I
house
find
music.
a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And
71.
give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming
Gotta
up.
hold that block, my guy.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowboys. Got it.
Hold on to that.
Terry.
Good.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Back to pass, it's Newton. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And in this weather, man,
Could've
you start
held
to
on,
see
man. That
more
would've
of
been
this.
great.
Try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target. But just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Extending the play. He's going to take off. He's stopped short, and it's 4th down.
And sometimes
Do I
these
trust my
QBs,
guy
they
to
just
kick a
want them to hang in the
47-yarder?
pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
No, I don't.
The Tigers will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He got his man. Makes a
Joey
grab
Thorne.
on the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well.
And my starting right tackle guy injured.
Injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Scanning the field, it's Newton. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Shotgun snap on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Joey Dwayne want to make magic again?
4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
I don't understand how you sailed that dog.
Inside the 30. He's at the pistols firing, touchdown Cowboy. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
Joey, you didn't even try to catch that dog. Didn't even try to catch that.
One more onto that lead. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 7 over Arizona State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Thank you, Bernard, for
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive game for my offense.
Good catch.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
See, that's what you should have done on the goal line, bro.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Actually, let's cut him.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Newton. Snagged in the middle. It's Winston.
Why didn't you stop?
His way to the 4-yard line.
What's that little hitch right there, dog?
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's a heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep
Sean Newton,
close, obviously, or take
transfer quarterback, running it in.
Second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
The extra point here would tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Yes, we did. We did need that score.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Because they get the ball to start the second half.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They go to the ground. Turning it on. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line.
Defense, can we not have that happen and say we did?
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Stillwater. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
That pick six was ridiculous. We should have scored on that drive. But Joey Thorne did make up for it with a big bomb on the drive after.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job.
All right, defense. On offense, they've only scored 3 points.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made.
Let's tighten up.
Especially when you're locked up in a ball
Force
game
clearing
like
out.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth.
There he goes.
Was not expecting a wide receiver screen. Running back was passes though.
They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And there was nowhere to go, just stop.
Javion Helson, way to get in the backfield, dog.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game.
Can you do it again?
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
It's a nice job running the
yard
out
gain,
there by the
like
receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to
That
get in their
was
rhythm.
almost
And I
bad.
like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
catches it cleanly at the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Quick handoff. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot.
I haven't got to see the ball yet.
On third, you won't have that long to go.
Grabs it in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll give it to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Every time I take 4 yards.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback now breaking the field.
That was a terrible pass. That was on me.
Does a really good job in cover.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
Why did you sell that? It was just a quick slant, my guy.
And unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Give to the running back. Looking for room at the 40.
All right, we gotta not let them run up the middle like that.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the
Come on, man.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they got it at the 33.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Makes the grab down the middle.
How did he catch that?
Get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and then I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short.
4th and inches.
So close to the first
Oh, they're gonna go for it. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going
Probably
again
gonna
right here
run.
on 4th.
Man, I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
On on fourth down, they'll try to throw it.
Not run.
Timing on the quick out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
Need a turnover like that.
Break to let him be checked out.
Defense, can we get a turnover? Is that our wheelhouse?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top.
Good hit.
Goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I want to be aggressive in these situations. When I got 2nd and goal, I want to go out and try to get that touchdown. But I do like how he didn't force the ball into coverage, didn't make a big mistake.
Teddy straight.
Turnover in this area. You want to make sure you can guarantee points. You still got 3rd and goal coming up, and if you want to go for it on 4th.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. There's the pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He got it. And they go back on top.
Pelton 3.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak.
Need a score, preferably a touchdown.
Doing stuff like that, I'll keep trotting them out there.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's stopped after picking up 1 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit forcing the incompletion?
Man, is this place
I don't remember what's going
now.
on.
The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. It's complete.
Good job. Joey Thorne.
It's good enough for a first
You're
down.
stepping up this game. I love it.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Back to pass. It's Newton. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds a man by himself. He gets it to the 38-yard
Tight end's
line
been stepping
and
up
pick up
too.
a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Try to get in the playoff before
We've reached the break.
4th quarter.
Oklahoma State is on top.
4th quarter, down 3.
Time is running out if they're going to cut into this.
We do have a chance
Let's take a look at
to
our
take the
game
lead.
stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can
Or at least
make
tie up the
winning
game.
plays and come home with the victory. They go back to
Yes,
the first
very
down
smart
in the final
plays.
period of this one. The give to the back. And how about that play by that
63, bro. You have to hold your block, man.
Let's talk a little bit about Missouri.
Like, we could do
Unless there is a
so much
dramatic turn of
wonderful
events,
things
this is
together.
Not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think
Bernard.
all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they
5
turn
catches,
the page
97
and
yards. He's
move
about to have a
on.
100-yard
Then I give you
game.
Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly.
Another injury to the offensive
Man
line.
down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
Alright, so that are back up running back
Running
in.
behind that left side.
Get first down.
At the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
It's great awareness by the
You don't want to
running back,
risk the
understanding where
injury,
the
so
first
let's
down marker is,
substitute.
and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Makes the grab. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with a
Damn. Got bullied off the line.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Under fire. And the Heat will get home. Quarterback goes down at the 17. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Amidst a den of deafening noise, he'll try to tie the game.
It bounced off the upright.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And we are
I didn't have no one to throw to. If I had thrown that, that would have been a pick.
There's some good fortune for that kicker. After hitting the upright, it still was good, and his team's now tied the game late.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much.
All right, defense. We need to get them off the field real quick.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
How?
Touchdown, Cowboys! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit it.
Brother, how'd you get burnt like that?
He can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now...
All right, offense, we need to score in 3 minutes, and we need a touchdown in 3 minutes and 17 seconds.
Hey guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Baylor is trailing right
I want you to
now,
take this
but
out.
it's only a couple
That's
of points.
okay.
That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Auburn.
Back to throw, it's Newton.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
The short
Ooh.
hand, it's scored. They'll be
Y'all see that hurdle?
They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Got out of trouble and throws. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They
I'm going to throw in a run to
just
confuse the
didn't seem like he had
defense.
his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The
Wish I was
Tigers
good
had
at running
tough field
RPO.
position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And this team's been very solid all across the board. And it's got to be a fun unit to coach, especially when you got quarterbacks out wide that you can just depend on. You can leave them on islands, you can vary coverages, and you see it right here. He breaks on the football. He understands where it's going, and that's such a luxury to have a guy out there that you can trust for a whole football game.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
We may not have any passing touchdowns, but a man got some rushing touchdowns.
You're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up? Hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
I think we just kick the extra point and trust our defense.
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. They go 83 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team.
The crazy thing is, we would be up right now if we didn't throw that pick six.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a move!
Come on. You have to tackle that man.
The defense has to continue pursuing the football there. You saw the running back was able to make a guy miss before getting out of bounds and getting a big gain. You can't let up here in the fourth quarter, defense. We need better effort.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Lost to fire on 2nd down.
Why are you leaving him?
On the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth.
Oh,
Nice
nice
pitch and catch
nickel.
there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, Bone. We need a sack.
On the move, it's Aben. Stopped in
I'll
the
take that.
backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Catch in the middle, it's Avant. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Last time I did cover one hole, I got beat on man. Just go cover
A
2
chance to
on
sort of
the
put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Off play action. Under fire. Complete on the comeback. He
4th and
is
6.
denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
Why did it go
Use the
2
timeout.
clock?
6 seconds left on the clock.
See if we can get a good return.
And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Newton. Keeps looking downfield. Oh,
You know,
that deep ball was right on
brother can go
the
throw
money.
deep.
Just have to make that catch. Well, guys,
All
let's
right.
play some more.
First overtime game of the season.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give to the tailback.
Why did you just glitch and stop? I don't understand.
Well, trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Buys a little extra time. Turning it on. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. With the run on 1st and goal.
Maybe false start.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Off the sides on the defense. Except.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry, and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate, and try to maybe find some windows to throw.
They did not hear the audible.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped,
I don't know. They've been doing that all game, and I don't like it.
Today in college football.
Looking to the end zone on
And our offensive line got fucking beat.
First when you go into overtime, because I want to know exactly what I need. Nice job on 3rd down, stopping the quarterback, getting the sack, forcing the 4th down, and probably the field goal. Offense, get ready. You know exactly what you need to do.
Just sneaked inside.
And now they regain the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick. Nice
Defense.
job.
I implore you. Please.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Avan.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
To the air on 2nd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived. And
All right, 2 more downs. 2 more downs, defense.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Your 1st sack of the day? Yeah. Came at a great time.
Now on 3rd down, and at the very least, trying to get into a little better field goal position. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And they are coming out
Can't get this
what
block.
will be a huge field goal attempt. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard.
He missed it.
And it's no good. He missed it. And after the miss, they're still down.
Good overtime win.
Sometimes I just
Let's go.
Man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard.
Our transfer quarterback, 315 passing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns.
And what a victory to remember.
Glad we picked him up in the transfer portal.
For us, just the back and forth games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios.
Scored 10 in the second, 10 in the fourth, and 3 in overtime.
You love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
27 for 40, 315 yards. We did throw a pick 6, but that was the only mistake we had all game. Vildor did have 19 rushes for 50 yards. Tershawn Newton, 11 for 20 on the ground, 2 touchdowns. Vincent only had 1 rush for 4 yards. Our receivers, Clancy 6 for 59, Joey Thorne 5 for 89, Bernard 5 for 97. He almost had a 100-yard game. Next week we'll try to get some passing touchdowns, but hey, we will escape with a win. Right, yup. To play, I believe, Texas A&M next week for the Big Ten SEC Challenge. We are currently 2-0 in the Big Ten SEC Challenge, so we'll hopefully try to move that to 3-0 next week. But thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next stream.